Yes, good morning class 5. Welcome to the online class, and before starting the class, I want to discuss that in our previous class we have discussed the topic temperature, okay, and I have told you that related to temperature some more questions we will do it in our next class, that means today. So, today in the end of the period I will give you some extra questions related to temperature that you will solve and that you will upload in the next class, that means on Thursday in online class you will show me the homework, okay, that you will do it as homework and you will show me the homework, and the questions were just easy questions, just put it in the formula as we have discussed that day, the formula how to convert from centigrade to Fahrenheit or from Fahrenheit to Celsius, how to convert. Both the formulas I have told you, you just put it in the formula and then you solve it, okay. So, this question is these questions are related to temperature. These are just the extra question for your extra knowledge. It will not come in exam, okay. But the questions which are related to temperature, and that is from Math Magic book, that is chapter number 10. That questions will obviously come in PT2. So, you will solve that questions, okay. For that means for chapter number 10, tens and hundreds, whatever the questions are given for relating to this temperature or change of the money or whatever questions are given in this chapter, all types of questions will come in exam, okay. So, you should practice that one, and as you know there will be MCQ, so you will get very less time to solve. So, you should prepare that chapter very well, so that in the exam you can answer it, okay. And today we will start chapter number 11, area and its boundary. This chapter is related to term 2. So, you will not practice in PT2, okay. Today we are starting the term 2 syllabus, that is area and its boundary. And one more thing, just before starting the chapter, I want to know that for PT2, that is tens and hundreds, anyone having any type of doubt, any one of you having any type of doubt? The syllabus already I have discussed. The syllabus already I have discussed with you, isn't it? In Math Magic, only one chapter is there, that is chapter number 10, tens and hundreds, and related to that in composite maths you have two chapters. One is, I think one is decimal and one is length, isn't it? Okay. So, this thing is clear to you, that means you are writing that there is no doubt, that means for chapter number 10 it is clear to you, and Oronno is writing the formula is not clear to you. What thing is not clear, Oronno? The formula, there are two formulas, as in perimeter and area you are writing 2 into L plus B, isn't it? This is a kind of formula. In the same way for degree centigrade and degree Fahrenheit, to change from 1 Celsius, to change from Celsius to Fahrenheit, there is one formula, and from Fahrenheit to Celsius just the vice versa, that means which you are multiplying in centigrade, the same thing you are dividing in Fahrenheit, okay. This is the difference, and you have to memorize the formula. You have to memorize the formula, okay. So, I think now nobody has the doubt for chapter number 10, tens and hundreds, okay. So, let us start chapter number 11, area and its boundary. So, everyone take out page 146, everyone take out page 146. I am going to read the chapter, you just see, okay. Area and its boundary. As you know, the chapter is saying that in this chapter you will read about area and its boundary. Naturally, boundary means the perimeter, isn't it? And area, as you know, the inside portion, that is the area. Suppose I am in a room and I want to put carpet in the whole room. Okay. So, what I have to find it out? For that I have to find it out the area. To put the carpet inside the room, the whole room I have to cover it with carpet. For that I have to find the area. Similarly, if I want to give the boundary of the room, okay, boundary of the room I want to color it with red. So, for that boundary I have to find out the perimeter of the room, and then I have to color the boundary as red. Okay. So, this is the difference, and this topic you have already read, area and perimeter. What is the difference between the area and perimeter, isn't it? So, I am reading the chapter 11, and this is page number 146 of Math Magic, page 146 of Math Magic. See, whose slice is bigger? Parth and Ginny bought aam papad, dried mango slice from a shop. Their pieces look like these. Now, two friends, Ginny and Parth, they have bought aam papad, okay, from a shop, and their pieces, they look like this. The picture of the two pieces, it is given in the book. So, just look to the book. Both could not make out whose piece was bigger. Now, both of them, they are not able to find it out that whose piece is bigger. Both are in the different way. Okay. Now, suggest some ways to find out whose piece is bigger. Discuss. Now, it is asked that how you will find which piece is bigger. How can you find which the piece is bigger? Write it in the chat box. How can you find which piece is bigger? How you are writing? B. How can you find? What is the formula, or what is the thing you have to find it out? The perimeter or the area, what you will find for the two pieces? Exactly, by finding the area. You have to find the area of the two pieces. Okay. So, let us find out the area. This is page 146. Not question 1. See, there are two pieces given. Piece A and piece B. For piece A, this is given 5 centimeter, this is given 6 centimeter. For piece B, this is given 3 and this one is given 11 centimeter, isn't it? Now, these two pieces are given. So, first of all, area of piece A. Now, since we know the formula for area, that is length into breadth, isn't it? Now, what is the length of piece A? Quickly write in the chat box. What is the length of piece A? Which one is the length? 5 centimeter or 6 centimeter? Which one is the length? 5 centimeter or 6 centimeter? Which one is the length? 5 centimeter or 6 centimeter? Yes, you have to write in the copy. See, here it is given length and into breadth. So, length, you know that the longest side is the length. Anything whichever you are taking, always just remember the longest side is the length. So, same here for piece A, the longest side is 6. So, naturally it will be the length. So, 6 centimeter into breadth is 5 centimeter. That will be 6 into 5, 30 square centimeter. Since 2 centimeters are there, so centimeter into centimeter, it is square centimeter. Similarly, you find area of piece B. The same formula, L into B. That means 11 centimeter, the length into breadth is 3 centimeter. This you are getting 33 square centimeter. So, from this area only you can see the area of piece B is greater than the area of piece A, isn't it? The piece A is smaller than piece B. So, this way you can find it out the which one is bigger. Now, see the next one. A friend of Parth and Ginny showed one way using small squares. Now, a friend of Parth and Ginny, he is showing another way how to calculate. See what he has done. The length of piece A is 6 centimeters. So, 6 squares of side 1 centimeter can be arranged along its length. See what the friend has done. He has taken 1 centimeter square and he has taken 6 squares of 1 centimeter each. That means the measurement of one square is 1 centimeter, and like that he has taken 6 squares and he has kept along the length. That means he has kept along the horizontal way. In horizontal way he has kept 6 squares whose measurement is 1 centimeter. Okay. Now, similarly the width of the piece A is 5 centimeter. So, 5 squares can be arranged along its width. So, he has taken 5 squares of 1 centimeter each and he has kept in the vertical way. So, 6 squares in the horizontal way, 5 squares in the vertical way he has taken. Okay. And he has kept it in the inside the area, inside the piece A and piece B. No, this is for piece A, he has kept inside piece A. Now, come to page 147. Come to page 147. See, all together how many squares can be arranged on it? All together how many squares can be arranged on it? What will be the answer? How many squares can you arrange as given in the picture? 6 horizontally and 5 vertically. So, you can arrange 6 into 5, that is 30 square centimeters. So, write it down, 30 square centimeter in the book. 6 centimeter into 5 centimeter is equals to 30 square centimeter. In the book you write it down. In the book you write down. Achha, can I rub the board? All I have completed. Can I rub the board? Everyone has completed. Okay. This is page 147. Page 147. The first question. You will write 6 centimeter into 5 centimeter is equals to 30 square centimeter. Then number 2. Number 2. So, the area of piece A is equals to dash square centimeter. There you will write area of piece A is equals to 30 square centimeter. Achha, wait. Here it is asked that how many squares can be arranged. Here you will write only 30 squares, not square centimeter. Okay. Not square centimeter. You will write, since how many squares are asked, so you will write 30 squares. Okay, I was wrong that time. Just do the corrections. Just do the corrections. For first one, it will be 30 squares, not square centimeter. Because here it is asked how many squares can be arranged. So, it will be 30 squares, okay, not square centimeter, because the area is not asked. In the second question, area is asked. So, we will write the square centimeter in the second question. Okay. Okay, now come to the third one. The third question. In the same way, find the area of piece B. The third one, you have to find the area of piece B. So, you will write area of piece B is equals to L into B, that is 11 centimeter into 3 centimeter. It is equals to 33 square centimeter. 33 square centimeter. Now the fourth question, who had the bigger piece and how much bigger? The fourth question, who has the bigger piece and how much bigger? So what you will write? What you will write? Who has the bigger piece and how much bigger you have to write? Okay, right. Piece B has the bigger area. Piece B had the bigger area by how much? For that you have to subtract, isn't it? For that you have to subtract it. Piece B had the bigger area by 33 square centimeter minus 30 square centimeter, that is 3 square centimeter. So you will write piece B had the bigger area by 3 square centimeter. Piece B had the bigger area by 3 square centimeter. Okay. So this is the answer for question number 4. This is the answer for question number 4. So students, today up to this only, okay. The next topic, that is cover with stamps, we will do it in our next class. But before that, write the extra questions related to temperature. Write the extra questions related to temperature which you will solve, okay. Can I rub the board? All have completed? Can I rub the board? Okay. Then these questions are extra questions. It is not mandatory that you have to do, but I think you will get some more knowledge if you are solving this type of questions, and it will be benefited to you in the higher class. Convert degree Celsius or degree centigrade to Fahrenheit. Number A, 42 degree Celsius, you will change into Fahrenheit. Number B, 85 degree centigrade, and number C is 92 degree centigrade. You have to convert into Fahrenheit. And question number 2, convert into degree Fahrenheit to degree Celsius, the opposite. Okay, from degree centigrade to degree Fahrenheit was the first one, and second one from degree Fahrenheit to degree Celsius. 97 degree Fahrenheit you will convert into Celsius. Then 105 degree Fahrenheit, that also you will convert into Celsius, and 193 degree Fahrenheit. 193 degree Fahrenheit, this also you will convert into Celsius. Okay, so only this 2 questions you will solve, and in our next class, that is on Thursday, you will upload the homework in the chat box so that I can check it. Okay. So that's all for today. Whatever we have done, you once more practice at home, and related to this area and boundary, you once more practice the chapter at home. Okay. So bye all of you for today.